What are you talking about? Get your examination.
Oh, my exam paper.
Yes. Oh, you want to just take it? It's back there on my desk. It's green. In the cupboard. I'm a cupboard behind. Okay. So we today are reviewing 4, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. So number 4 is function math. So let's say we're going to have f of x is equal to x squared plus 7x plus 1. G of x is 2x minus 5, and h of x is x plus 7. So this function math is where you need to be able to do like things like this, g plus h of x. Which is easy, like g plus h is definitely in the realm of easy. The thing that we ended up losing a lot of points on was not naming it. Like if I say, hey, give me g plus h of x, you need to either take what I gave you and put an equal sign and continue if there's more work, or you need to rewrite it and make sure you name it. So what is g plus h? Yeah, 3x plus 2. Like it's literally just combined like terms. So you want to be careful. Like if you have f minus g, for example, just be really careful that you are subtracting both of them. So both of the pieces of g is what I mean by that. Sorry. So 7x plus 1 minus 2x minus a negative 5 would turn in plus. So be careful of that. So final answer would be x squared plus 5x plus 6. I'm not going to talk about multiplication. We've done that enough. Let's talk about division, though. So let's say you have f divided by g. Okay, so f divided by g. Actually, the start of it is super easy. You literally just write f and you write divided by g. But what you want to be careful of is you've created a fraction and you have to tell what you cannot use. Like what x can you not use? So x is not equal what? Yeah, 5 over 2 or 2.5. Okay, we get this because the bottom cannot equal 0. So you literally pop that up there and you're like, hey, that cannot equal 0 because it's on the bottom and we cannot have the bottom equal 0. So solve it. So add 5, divide by 2. That's how you come up with this. Okay, you have to do that for every division. Okay, this is the whole answer. The whole thing there. Okay, and then we got this guy. That's inverse, right? So 3 steps for finding inverses. What's the first step? Just switch x and y. So this would be, if I'm up here with g of x, it would be x equals 2y minus 5. Then what? Solve for y. Switch x and y, solve for y. So what would you have to do? Yep. So x plus 5 equals 2y, divide by 2. And then the only other, like the third step is rename it. But as long as you have this up here, just use what you're given. So x plus 5 divided by 2. And you're done. Okay, inverses are switch x and y, solve for y, make sure you rename them. Those are the 3 things. Now, we could have done that on Friday, but I wanted to make the connection between this one and the next one. This would be number 6. Let's see. Whoops, and I think just let me make sure that's right. Yep. Are inverses. So verify that those are inverses using composition. Okay, so super important. When we took this test, one of the mistakes that people made is they were like, oh, I'll just take this guy and find his inverse. So x and y and solve for y. You have to do it using composition. And this is the thing that's long. Like, this is worth a lot of points. Like, when we took the original test, it was 10 points. I don't know how many it'll be this time because I haven't made my answer key yet. But you have to do f of g of x. And I honestly think that the hardest part of this is making sure that you put it in right. Okay, so this is x right here in f, right? Woo, there's the x. You have to plug g of x all into that x. So 2, here's my x thing. So 0.5x plus 2 minus 3. Now I'll go back up here. Plus 3 squared minus 4. Okay, so when we did this one, we talked about, here's the x again, here's g of x, just in case you're like, wait a second, that's g of x in for the x thing. We talked about making sure that you don't do illegal steps. What's the first thing that you can do here? It's the only thing you can do here. The threes. People always want to be like, oh, square and square root, I know they cancel. You cannot do those unless they are touching each other. So the first thing that goes is the threes. So then you've got square root 0.5x plus 2 squared minus 4. Now what? Can't distribute into a power, so it's got to be the cancel because you can't go into the square root. So then this is 2.5x plus 2 minus 4. Now distribute, and you have x plus 4 minus 4, which is what? X. And that's what you want to happen, is that f of g of x has to be x. But the deal is that you also have to go the other way. You have to do g of f of x as well. So here's the x there that f of x has to go into. So this is square root 0.5, all of that thing. X plus 3 squared minus 4. And then outside, nope, plus 2. That's all f right there. Whew, that whole mess right here is f. And then minus 3 on the outside. Okay, what are you going to do? This is a little bit harder. The only one thing you can distribute. That's the only thing you can do because this has parentheses. This is multiplied. You can't get rid of the parentheses because you got to multiply. So this is 0.5 times 2, which is 1 x plus 3 squared. And then 0.5 times negative 4, which is negative 2 plus 2 minus 3. Now life's going to be easier for us. So you just don't distribute? No, because this is that whole thing. Like if you had, remember, like 4 times 3, like you can multiply it by the 4. Like if you were multiplying by 2, you could do 2 times 4, or you could do 2 times 3, but you don't do both because they're multiplied together. 2's go because they're next to each other, or they're both on the inside. X plus 3 squared, sorry, I made that really small. X plus 3 squared, square rooted at minus 3. So what are you going to do? What are you going to cancel? Appreciate that. Super obvious thing there. Cancel. Square and square root. They're next to each other. You cannot operate with anything like, you can't combine something that's outside of square root with something that's inside of square root. Just can't do it. So you got to get rid of the square and the square root there. And then it equals x. Now, when they both come out to be x, then you know that those are indeed inverses, but that's the only way to do it. Okay, so you want to be really careful with that. Only one step per line. Okay, only one canceling, combining, whatever per line, because you're going to rewrite it a lot. Yep.
So
then it has to work.
Yeah, so if you don't get it,
Then
you get X, you did it.
you did it wrong. Correct. So one more thing, I just want to say this to you because people did this on the test and it hurts me because I know you lost a lot of points. Don't come through here and be like, oh, cancel, 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 and then be like, that gets me to here, and then cancel, cancel, and then that. Like, you have to write it out. Otherwise, I don't know what order you're doing it in, and I'll mark it wrong because I don't know what order you're doing it in because the order matters. Okay, that was number 6. So we are going to do 7 and 8. So the first one would be write the equation in vertex form for a parabola with a vertex -1. Nope, let's make him +1. -8 through the point -2, 10. Okay. So, of the things that you have to memorize, I believe, is point slope form, which I told you on Friday, vertex form, and the 2 formulas from chapter 3. The PE to the RT and the other. Oh, yeah, you guys just did it. So. So vertex form's right there. That's y equals a x minus h squared plus k. So what you're looking at when you are looking at a problem like this, vertex is hk. So you can plug that in. The point is what 2 things? Yeah, x and y. So when you plug all those in, you have only an a left, which is the whole point. Like, you have to have enough information to figure out a. So it's 10 equals a, which we don't know. X is -2 minus h squared plus k. So plus -8 minus 8 is fine. Okay, this is -3 squared. What's -3 squared? +9. Okay, and then solve. Again, this cannot combine. This is not 1a here. So that's what some people did on the test. Like, those are not like terms. You have to, this is a linear equation. You have to solve it. So 18 equals 9a, and a is equal to what? And then you have a, and you have h and k, and you can write me the equation. So 2x minus 1 squared minus 8. There's your equation. Okay, so there's definitely several of those on your paper that you can try again. Okay, last one that we're talking about today, story problem. So let's say you are on top of the water tower. Because there's nothing else to do in Fremont, you're tossing golf balls off. So you are tossing them up, like you're chucking them and they're going up and they're coming back down. So the equation for that is h of t equals -16t squared plus 30t plus 120, where h is height in feet and T is time in seconds. So the first question I would like to know, actually, let me just review with you. So when we're talking parabolas, there's only really 3 possibilities of things that are important. What are they? Vertex, which could be, what 2 words would you see? Maximum or minimum. So maximum or minimum is vertex. I heard y-intercept, which would be that one, or x-intercepts. And I would count them as the same because you would get them the same way. It will come up with both of them. So first question, every question that I ask you about this has to be related to those. So the first question I would like to know is, how tall is the water tower? Okay, this definitely is going to be one where you will have to show your work. Oh yeah. Not necessarily this problem, but this particular piece of it. So you're up here on top of the water tower chucking off golf balls. So they go up and they come back down. So if I'm asking you how tall the tower is, what am I asking you to find on the over here? Like what piece? Yeah, that's the y-intercept. You can put this on put it on a graph and it looks like this, right? I'm looking for y-intercept. How do we find that? Yeah, you make your x or your t, in this case is 0. You guys, the time in seconds would be 0. So where does it start? Before you throw the ball, time is 0, and then you throw it. So the height is 120 feet. Okay, that's because that's where t is equal to 0. Next question I would like to know is, what is the maximum height the golf ball reaches? Do you guys remember how to find the vertex without using the graph on your calculator? Nope. It's negative b over 2a. This gets you the h value. And then you plug that in to your equation and you get k. You have to show your work. So, I mean, I wouldn't if you'd like all your points.
Wait, no. Whoa. Retire right now. Do it. I would write it, but I didn't. And then we have 30. So it's negative 15. What's the answer? It's 16.
Oh, come on.
No, is that negative 16 times that? I don't know what it is. Like, what? Wasn't this stupid? Oh, well. You get negative 30. No, wait, no. This is what you have.
Okay, so when you do negative b over 2a, you should have negative 30 over negative 32. 2a, 2 times 16 is 32. What do you get when you divide that? It is 0.9375. Just a second, I'm having issues with my calculator.
Am I supposed to square it?
So this is 0.9375. I would not round that. That's not, like, you can type in 4 decimals, it's fine. And when you plug that in to your x's up here, what do you get? Okay, so there's your answer. How high the golf ball reaches is 134 feet, 0.0625. This would be how long it takes. So if I asked you how long it takes the golf ball to reach its maximum height, it's less than 1 second, so 0.9375 seconds. Okay, last question is, when does the golf ball hit the ground? This one I will not make you show your work on. The ball hit the ground.
Wait, yeah, -16.
I have had problems with the program coming up missing, so if you're missing it.
Mine's missing.
Mine's missing.
We did
And it was on the test too, so
Yeah.
okay, I got it. You're finding the positive. What the share rate, and then it was like what, 120. You should have. And then one of them doesn't work, so like, oh, it could make, you can make it 10. Well, you don't know that. Okay. What area would you go to? No. It's like the same flashlight. Oh, God. But it's bad. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah,
Do 15 divided by 16 and see what you get.
anyways, I'll go back to what we did. No, because they were two.
Because it's
opposite of
they
the
were
other two.
I don't relate to them. So that's what's wrong. It's not the 15 and 16.
Yeah, I
It's that it's not negative.
Alex. They called them something. Okay.
Like that's not
your
one.
hand.
It's resetting.
Oh, yeah, it's not. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, it's bad.
Seriously?
Okay.
They let you drive a car and you walk around making noises like that? Okay. You get two values for this, but if you look at your graph, like if you imagine putting this on a graph, one of them is back here. That would be negative time. You don't need negative time, so it's just positive. When does the ball hit the ground? 3.83 seconds. Okay, I think that's all. That's all my 4, 6, 7, and 8. Questions on any of those? Okay, there definitely have the ones that go with them that are in the book that you can practice. So just make note of which ones you need to practice and practice those ones. Okay, so there you go. You got the rest of the hour to work on this or whatever you're going to do or not.